Hey guys, I recently received a code to try out NFL Pro Era 2 on the MetaQuest 3, and figured I'd do a little overview of it. The game is created by a company called Status Pro, and is the second entry in the series. NFL Pro Era 2 is out on the MetaQuest, the SteamVR, and the PlayStation VR2. And it's essentially what people dreamed of when VR was first getting big. I remember talking about these types of games with my buddies back in the day. We would talk about VR games and sports games and trying to mesh them together and what that would be like. And this game does a really good job at what that is. Playing as a quarterback in the NFL, first-person mode, getting a good feel of what it's like in the arena. It's pretty cool. Right off the bat, I was pretty impressed by how the game did a good job of immersing you as the quarterback. I was also pleasantly surprised that you can play this game sitting down, or you can play this game standing up. I set up my created character and I went through the tutorial, and off I was to the races. If you want, you can start a career mode in the game, and you can go through a real NFL season, playing all the various teams, which is fun. And fans of the NFL will enjoy seeing this because you're seeing the real teams, and that's pretty cool to have the actual licensed teams in the game.
Gain of 4 yards. Third down. All right, play on. Gonna be a shotgun. Tight. C-spot.
And in-game, you can see the suggested play on your wristband and really feel like you're about to make a big play. If you don't really feel like throwing the ball, just grab the ball and start running. Run in for the touchdown. You can do whatever you want in this game. And while there are a few running plays that will get set up for you, I found it was mainly passing in the game, which honestly makes sense. That seems to be the more fun thing to do. Running the ball isn't as exciting, passing it off to the running back isn't as exciting, but throwing the ball is a lot of fun. So you'll see a lot of passing plays in this game. And the game has online multiplayer mode, but honestly, I tried it a few times. I couldn't get it connected to anybody. It wasn't doing anything. So I don't know if that was just a glitch in the game or something on my end, or maybe there's just not enough people playing in my region, but I tried a few times and I couldn't get connected to anybody. I was really looking forward to seeing what that was like. Does it have trash talking? Does it have other things like that? But unfortunately, it wouldn't get connected, so I couldn't try that piece out. And I did run into a few hiccups in the game, and the style of movement is something that takes some getting used to. It's that very smooth movement. It's not that click and point type movement that you see in some VR games. So you really do have to get used to that motion. You can get a little bit of motion sickness at times, but if you're used to VR games, and if you're used to that play style, then you wouldn't have any problems. And a lot of the times I just caught myself just taking in the atmosphere, taking in the arena and seeing everything around. You know, you get a feel of what it sounds like as you hear all of the fans yelling out and stuff like that, and you hear the players yelling out on the field, and it's pretty cool to see. And I really just couldn't help but think about how we're just getting started in the VR space and what we're going to see in 5-10 years type thing. It's really going to blow our minds. And in terms of graphics, it's pretty good. I was lucky with the MetaQuest Plus subscription. I was given NFL Pro Era 1 with that, and honestly, the graphics look pretty identical. I thought maybe it would be a huge downgrade when I went to Pro Era 1, but honestly it wasn't. They looked really identical. If in some cases, 1 might have looked a little bit better than 2, if I'm being honest with you. But at the same time, the second one has way more features than the first one does. The first one was pretty limited in what you could do, but in the second one, you do have a lot of different options. And I'm not really sure if this game's really pushing the Quest 3 to its potential or not, but it looked good enough for me as for a VR title, and honestly, I have no complaints with the graphics of this game. And overall, this type of game just makes me excited to see what they're going to do next in the VR realm with licensed sports. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a licensed boxing game soon. You know, a fight night game would be a lot of fun. They do have these boxing games out there, right? Like Drunken Fight VR and all these other boxing games and stuff like that. But to see a real legit licensed fight night in VR would be honestly amazing. To see like you're coming across the ring with Mike Tyson type thing, like that would be insane. So I think that would be the next thing that they'll do. Maybe an NBA game as well. If they don't have one already, I might not be aware. But if they don't have an NBA game, I think that basketball would work well. Hockey might struggle, and a couple other sports and stuff where it's just so fast-paced and you're moving so fast. But overall, football is really, honestly, one of the best things that you can do in the VR space when it comes to sports. It has that perfect pace for it, and this game does a really good job at that. So who's this game really for? This game is honestly for the football fan that is also into VR, honestly. It scratches that itch for a sports title on VR if that's what you're looking for. It's not super, you know, you're not going to get sweaty playing this game. You're not going to get all like sweaty and gross playing this game like you do with some other ones. You can play this game sitting down if you want. That's how I first started playing this game, and I was pleasantly surprised. I don't always have a huge area that I can be playing these types of games in, so to be able to sit down at my desk and just play a little bit of football was honestly pretty refreshing and pretty cool. So yeah, guys, that's nflproera 2 on the MetaQuest 3. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty cool. If you do like this video, make sure you do like and subscribe. If you have any other games that you recommend on the VR space, then let me know in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. I'm really getting into the MetaQuest 3. I'm looking forward to Asgard Rast 2 and also Assassin's Creed. I haven't got into Assassin's Creed yet, believe it or not, but that's on my short list in the VR realm, so I'm looking forward to it. But that's it for now, guys. Have a good one.